Beneath layers of forgotten earth, beneath centuries of dust and devotion, lies a secret older than empire. A treasure so powerful, it was sealed not with locks, not with keys, but with a curse. A curse written in whispers of stone, carved into the very fabric of fear. A warning, not just for kings, but for the curious, the daring, the foolish. This is not history as you know it. This is a warning. Welcome to the cursed treasure of Raja Raja Chola. Raja Raja Chola, the emperor who ruled with fire and gold. A ruler whose name echoed across oceans, whose empire stretched across waters, forests, and the sky itself. His temples, majestic, reaching heavenward, their spires piercing clouds. Their stones whispering prayers older than memory. But what history really whispers, what textbooks never record, is what he buried, a vault, hidden, secret, beneath the Brihadiswara temple, a chamber sealed with scripts, ancient scripts, inscribed in languages that time itself has forgotten, guarded not by soldiers, not by traps, but by shadows, shadows that move, and breathe, and wait. The locals, those who walk the temple grounds, speak in hushed tones of the emperor's final offering to the gods. A treasure, yes, gold, jewels, riches beyond imagining. But also something else, a relic, forbidden, carved not of marble, not of bronze, but from meteorite stone. Inscribed with mantras that priests dare not chant, whose power is whispered to alter the mind, the body, the very soul. And the curse? Ah, the curse. Whosoever disturbs the emperor's sleep shall awaken the wrath of the forgotten. Pause, let the words sink. Not the wrath of men, but the wrath of time, of memory, of a power older than kingdoms themselves. Raja Raja Chola, in his wisdom, in his fear, sealed it, to protect, or perhaps, to punish those who would dare seek it. A group of British archaeologists, armed with tools, cameras, and ambition, tried to breach the hidden chamber beneath the temple. Their chisels broke, their torches flickered, and one man disappeared without a trace. Another began speaking in tongues, incoherent words, before vanishing into the night. The door remained sealed, not by wood, not by iron, but by fear. Engineers called it airtight. Historians called it sacred. The locals, they say, it breathes. They say that on nights when the moon is a thin silver sliver, you can hear chanting, low, resonating from beneath the stone. Not human, not divine, something in between. And those who have dared to linger claim shadows moved against the torchlight, whispers carried by the wind, words no living person can speak, a voice that waits, patient, ancient. Some say it is Raja Raja Chola himself. Other voices claim it is the guardian of the relic, neither living nor dead, a presence older than fear itself. A group of urban explorers, armed with cameras, flashlights, and the arrogance of curiosity, decided to live stream their journey to the hidden chamber. They called it an adventure, a quest for fame, a chance to touch the untouchable. The temple, ancient, silent, watching, its spires piercing clouds, its walls humming with secrets, welcomed them, or perhaps warned them. The live stream began. At first, ordinary. Footsteps echoing on stone floors, whispers of wind slipping through cracks. But soon, the footage became glitchy, distorted. Voices, stretched, broken. Some words, unintelligible. Others, chillingly clear. Leave, he sees. Never, one frame, frozen, showed a shadow, not theirs. Tall, robed, standing where no person should be. Eyes, like burning coals. Not reflecting light, but consuming it. A presence that bent reality, that paused time. And in that frame, it stared directly at the camera, at the viewer, at the explorers themselves. The stream ended abruptly. No warning, no fade out, just silence. Their channel, deleted, erased, like it had never existed. But one clip survived, a whisper carried through the static. He still watches. Was it Raja Raja Chola himself? Or the guardian of the relic? Perhaps neither. Perhaps something older. Since then, the temple priests have forbidden entry to the lower sanctum. Even for scholars, even for historians, even for archaeologists with decades of experience. The government, silent. No investigations, no warnings, only shadows and stories. Stories that spread through urban legend, through internet forums, YouTube channels, whispered in the night. They speak of explorers who vanish, of cameras that record distorted shapes, of whispers that linger long after the footage ends. Some locals, those who live in the shadow of the temple, claim to have seen the explorers years later, but not alive, walking, yes, but hollow, eyes empty, voices gone, bodies carrying the weight of something not human. And yet, curiosity persists. Others have tried. Journalists, historians, amateur treasure hunters, each attempt ending in failure, disappearance, madness. And the more these attempts fail, the more the legend grows, the more the shadow deepens. A figure in folklore now captured on modern screens. A shadow that walks between centuries. A curse that evolves with technology. A treasure that refuses to be found. Some say the shadow is a protector. Some say it is a herald. Some say it is the relic itself, watching, waiting, alive. One surviving frame, one whisper in static, one truth undeniable. The cursed treasure does not sleep quietly. It watches, it waits. And if you listen very carefully, if you allow your mind to drift, you might hear it too. A whisper, a pulse, a warning, a call. And if you answer, beware. Because in the modern world, even with cameras, live streams, and satellites, some mysteries remain untouchable. Some powers resist discovery. Some curses evolve. The relic, the chamber, the shadow, all remain. And every story, every failed attempt, only fuels the legend. So, when you hear about explorers who vanish, when you see footage glitching, warped, remember, it is not just technology failing. It is not just fear or coincidence. It is the curse, alive, modern, and patient. The cursed treasure of Raja Raja Chola is not a story of the past. It is not a myth confined to stone and scripture. It is here, it is now, and if you were tempted to seek it, what could be so dangerous that even time fears it? Ancient texts hidden in temple libraries, scrawled on palm leaves, etched into stones, speak of a power, a force older than any living memory. It is called the Chakra of Kalagnya, a wheel of cosmic knowledge, a relic said to grant visions, not of the past, not of the present, but of the future, only to those who survive, only to those whose minds do not shatter, whose hearts do not succumb to the madness it brings. Some scholars whisper that Raja Raja Chola himself used this relic to foresee the rise and fall of his empire, to glimpse the tides of destiny, to measure the pulse of the universe. Others say he locked it away, not to control time, but to prevent the awakening of a dark age, a time when knowledge becomes weapon, when power becomes madness, when a single mortal could unleash chaos. The relic is not merely stone or metal. It pulses, it breathes, not electricity, not magnetism, something older, something alive, something that perceives. Some who have glimpsed it speak of a glow, not light, but awareness, a shimmer of consciousness that pierces the soul, a wheel turning endlessly, calculating, judging, waiting. The curse, it is not merely a protection. It is containment, a warning, written in energy, that anyone foolish enough to seek it might awaken forces beyond comprehension. Ancient manuscripts describe those who approach the relic, eyes wide with awe, hands trembling, minds unraveling. They speak of visions, mountains collapsing, oceans boiling, kingdoms falling, all at once, all seen, all felt. Some returned, broken, murmuring secrets that could not be understood. Some vanished, their names erased from records, their existence forgotten, as if the relic itself demanded silence. And yet, humanity's fascination persists. Curiosity, insatiable. Greed, unstoppable. The desire to possess, to understand, to hold the infinite in mortal hands. The relic's energy, it is said to interfere with reality itself. Those near it report disorientation, time folding, voices echoing from nowhere, shadows stretching unnaturally, the air thick with anticipation, as if the universe pauses to watch. The priests, the guardians of tradition, they do not speak of it casually. They warn, they restrict, they perform rituals, not to honor, but to contain the power that rests below stone. Every generation, knows the story, and every generation tests the limits. Historians, engineers, treasure hunters, all drawn to the pulse, the whisper, the wheel, and those who are brave or foolish enough to cross the threshold find themselves staring at the impossible, a spinning wheel of energy, colors, shapes, patterns that should not exist, patterns that speak and sometimes scream. The chakra of Kalagnya, it does not belong to kings, it does not belong to mortals, it belongs to time itself, a relic alive, waiting for the one worthy or the one foolish enough. Its power is absolute, its knowledge dangerous, its guardians relentless. Every story, every legend, every disappearance is a testament to the relic's nature. Not merely gold, not merely jewels, but something far more dangerous. Something that can bend reality, distort minds, and rewrite the future. Some believe Raja Raja Chola foresaw his empire's fall, and foresaw the chaos that the relic could unleash. And so he hid it beneath layers of stone, guarded by curses, by shadows, by the very air. Others believe he could not destroy it, that its power, eternal, unavoidable, would find its way back, through time, through destiny, through the hands of those who dare. And here we are, centuries later, the relic, untouched, alive, a heartbeat beneath stone, a pulse beneath silence, waiting for curiosity, waiting for greed, waiting for the one who would awaken the impossible. No energy signature, no metal detector, no satellite can reveal it fully. It hides itself, or perhaps it allows itself to be found only by those fated or doomed. And the curse, it is not simply myth, it is containment, it is warning, it is life, it is power, it is danger, and those who approach are warned by shadows, by whispers, by the madness that grows in silence. Do you hear it? The pulse, the turning of the chakra? Or is it your mind bending under the weight of legend? Either way, it is alive, and it waits. So now you know the story, the legend, the warning. The cursed treasure of Raja Raja Chola. A vault sealed not by stone, but by the will of something greater. Beneath the soil of Tamil Nadu, beneath the weight of centuries, it waits, silent, still, but not dead. Time forgets kings, it forgets empire, it forgets names carved in gold. But this curse, it remembers every voice that called to it, every hand that reached for it, every soul that tried to claim what was never theirs. It remembers the whispers of explorers who vanished. It remembers the cries of those who defied it. It remembers, and it waits. And when the moonlight touches the temple's crown, when the wind sighs across its sacred walls, something beneath the earth stirs. A heartbeat, a vibration too low to hear, a pulse too ancient to measure. The relic's rhythm, the rhythm of eternity itself. You may think this is myth. You may think it is only story. But remember this, every legend was born from truth. And every truth hides a secret deeper than belief. The emperor sleeps beneath his empire of stone. But does he truly rest? Or does he listen? The old priests say that when humanity grows too proud, too curious, too reckless, the curse will awaken again. It will whisper through the minds of the greedy. It will call through the static of machines. It will bleed through data, through signals, through code. Perhaps it already has, because I have seen patterns. Thank you for watching.